Hi there, welcome to today's painting tutorial. In this video, we're going to paint a zebra plant. So let's get started. And I'm going to start with a size 0 round brush. And let's try to put in some of these darker values. And I'm starting with this Evergreen color, which is just a really dark shade of green. And then I want to darken it even more. So I'm going to add a little bit of black. Just remember that black really goes a long way, so you only need a tiny bit to really shift the color. And then I also put a little bit of retarding medium into this paint. That's just going to slow the drying time and allow me to blend a little bit easier. So then start by putting that dark paint kind of around the edges of your sketch. And if you want to paint along with me, just grab this sketch linked in the description below. I'm trying to add the dark values and then blend it out a little bit. So to blend, I can get a damp brush and then just kind of try to blend that paint. And then my brush here is pretty stiff, so that's also going to help me blend a little bit better because it can really scrub across the paper. Rather than using a soft brush, you just can't get that traction to do that. So continuing along, just trying to make a nice outline here. And I can use some different values. I can use kind of that darker green without the black to make some of these lines. And that'll just give a little bit more variety to the piece and some more dimension as well. Okay, and you want this stage of the painting to look nice as well. Just kind of keep that in mind because it will show through with the paints that we're using. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So you could let that dry if you'd like, or you can move on to the next step. And for that, we're going to use an angle brush. So it's a flat brush, but it has an angle to it. We're going to use kind of a one-stroke painting technique. We're going to put two colors of paint on the brush at once. So we have this lighter green, which is a little bit of a yellow toned green. And I also put a little bit of retarding medium in there. And then this other green is the hooker's green. So I'm loading the tip of the brush with that light color and then the other side with this hooker's green, which is like a mid-tone green. And then let's see if we can put that down and then kind of press it down and try to get kind of a one stroke to cover the leaf. Okay. And then I'm just kind of blending it as well. So the tip with the light green and then the base with that dark green. Okay, and then you can kind of see how that automatically blends on the page and gives you some dimension and form with the two different colors on there. Okay, so let's do this one. Just press down with the tip of the brush, pull it down, and then swipe down. Okay. So lighter and darker. And if your paint is skipping a little bit like mine is, you can give a spray to your paper with a fine mist spray bottle, and that's going to help the paint flow a little bit easier. Okay, so turn your brush as you need to. just try to focus on getting both of those colors on the page in one stroke. And you really have to get the right amount of paint on your brush for this to work. So you can practice and maybe try it more than once just to get the hang of it. Okay, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's put this layer on. We'll do this one here. So plants are very forgiving and natural for a subject, so you don't have to be too exact with anything when it comes to painting a subject like this. So now I'm just going around the edge of some of these leaves and just trying to clean up some of the edges. I'm extending some of the tips with the paint as well, just to give a little more detail and make it look a little more realistic. Okay, so then you could switch brushes. I'm going to switch to this size 1 round brush, and you can try to go around any of these lines that you need to clean up a little bit, just to get some straight edges. Like I said, the subject is very forgiving. So you can just go back over and get some really crisp edges where you need them. Okay. So you could let that dry if you would like, and I'm gonna go straight on to the texture. So I have this size 0 spotter brush, and I'm gonna take some white paint. This is a titanium white paint. And I'm just gonna try to wiggle some of these spots onto the cactus. And you want this to be as random as possible. Don't try to make it too exact. Like I always say, nature is random, it's not uniform. So the more random you can make your design, the more natural it's gonna look. But just try to wiggle the tip of the brush to make these nice little spots and texture of the zebra plant. Okay. And some of them could be more opaque and some of them can be a little bit more transparent. Again, we're just trying to make it look natural. And the ones that are a little bit more opaque, they're going to show up a little more and then just give more detail to that area. So in the front, you might want more detail, and then in the back, you can have it less detailed. And that's kind of a painting trick to make things either recede to the background or move forward into the foreground. Okay, so I think we'll call this painting complete. It's a pretty fast painting that you can do. So I hope you get to try it and paint along with me. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more painting tutorials, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!